everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Sabrina and you are watching Sabrina's Books and Crafts. So today we are working, or I'm working on this gorgeous picture that my boyfriend picked out, and which I honestly wasn't really happy about, but in the end, it was nice. And I'm sorry, this was the little bag that I used. You see that? B is for the German word for mountains. I just use an envelope. I tape this one that nothing could fall out, and just pour my drill gun. If you're interested in how I do make those, I might make a video on it. So, and I know I was told I should always say, if you like this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell and do whatever you like. If you don't, then don't. So, and first I do want to apologize because I did paint my nails, and the brush for the matte nail polish that I used, that is so white that I always paint my fingers, and I don't have those silicone gel thing that would protect my fingers, so they are mostly a little bit polished too. So now, and just to explain, there is the huge section that I'm working on, and there are a few little gaps that are still there. Oh, this shimmer is awesome. This is how I do a diamond painting. I know people kind of make their sections and then finish them. And my way of doing this is, when I know I do continue my diamond painting and keep working on it, I am opening, more when I am almost finished with this section. I open it, I think, I don't know, 1 or 2 colors are already on this one, because I always do that, because I know I will work on it today and this evening, and okay, my wax is not sticking that well anymore. And so I do open a new section when there are not that many colors left on this one. I open it, and so I don't have to change the color that often that is in my boat. So honestly, this is more of the lazy me. And so when I'm done with this color, I'll open another one at the next section and put in my drills. So today, what do I want to talk about? Okay, there's a little update. I did complain about this amplifier thing last time. I know, that was not nice, but I was really mad. I was just mad because there was a hitch, and honestly, we found the hitch because, like I told you, every time we do get something from my boyfriend's parents, there is something about it. Either way, it is broken, or it will break something of our stuff, or there is just something wrong about it. So, and just like I told you, there was, as soon as my boyfriend did everything and he plugged it in, and then he and I was on the computer. I was like, okay, do your thing, do whatever you want, I'm fine with it. When you want to have it, go for it. If not, then don't. And I was working on my computer, or I was playing, I don't even know, I think I was playing Sims. No, don't remember, doesn't matter. As soon as he plugged it in, my computer turned off, or went out. So, in the end, this thing did create a blackout. I mean, just in our apartment, but everything turned off. So I was not happy, because usually you shouldn't turn off your computer like boom, and because it could break something. And we do have a cloud system where we store our movies and our music and documents, just important stuff. I mean, this thing went off, and this is not supposed to turn off to, like, boom. So that wasn't good. That wasn't really good. So, and the funny thing is, my boyfriend didn't even recognize it. He didn't even get it. He was like, oh, because I just came out of my office, or my room where my computer is, or the computer, and I was like, hey, what did you do? Because my computer turned off, and I don't know why. And he was like, oh, really? Okay, then we figured out the telephone is dead, and the PlayStation, and which is also not good. And so he was like, I didn't do anything. I was like, you must have done something, because I didn't do something, and I don't know what happened. So then we figured out that it was this amplifier that, I don't know why, but it destroyed like the whole electricity thing here. So that wasn't good, but alright. So we did plug everything in, and we started it over, and yeah, boyfriend turned on the power again, and I was like, yeah, well, do you want to try this out, or is this like, no, this is not happening, or what is going on? And he was like, yeah, well, I don't know, I just wanted to watch a movie now. And I was like, oh, awesome, but you don't know what, if this is the thing that is causing the blackout. And so he was like, yeah, well, I'll try that later. So up till now he hasn't tried it, and I'm like, okay, do whatever you want, I don't care. I mean, it does make, by the way, it does make a better sound than it did in the beginning. I don't know why. Maybe it needed some time to warm up. I don't know. I really have no idea. But it has a better sound. It is nice, and so there we go. And oh, there are 2 more spots. And yeah. So it's fine. So I'm fine with it. I'm still not a fan of them, but it's okay. So that was our weekend. He started this thing on Saturday or Friday, I don't even know. And we just plugged everything in, blackout, boom, so much trouble. And then which one do I take? Can't decide which color. I go with a U. Alright. So then I wanted to talk about, oh right, just finish a sentence. He started on, I don't know, Friday or Saturday, and it's still not working, he had to not use the amplifier because this was causing the blackout. So I said, hey, try it please, but please tell me before so that we can turn off all our stuff. And so he was not in the mood. He was like, yeah, no, don't know, don't want to do it, I don't care. And I was like, okay, go for it, don't do it, I'm just okay with whatever you do. Yeah, there was something wrong. And so, and I was like, yeah, go for it. And today I'm kind of a little bit confused. I don't know, I'm talking about so many stupid things. So, I wanted to talk about yesterday. And yesterday was a day, I can tell you, boo, that wasn't a good one. Or that was just a weird day. Because, you know, I do work as a teacher right now, which I don't really like. Not because I don't like being a teacher, I have been one at college or University of Applied Science. And I was okay with that because I like it, I like doing those things. But yesterday, oh my god, it was a little bit much. Because yesterday they said I should take a class that I usually don't have because the teacher is sick. So I was like, okay. But then I've seen that this is kind of colliding with the class, with my class. And I was like, I do have my own class in this time, so I can't do it. And then they started switching it around like freaking hell. They put my class in like 2 hours before and then turned the other ones, and other teachers had to switch their schedule too, just because they put me in as a teacher for an hour that I already had. So a huge thing. So, and I just thought, you know that I can't take this hour, so, but okay. And the thing is that when I was sitting there in class for the students that I originally have, and boom, nobody's coming. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I figured that no one told my class that this is not that's not from 3 to 4 p.m. that it is from, I don't know, 1 to 2 p.m. And nobody told them because nobody was there. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm here. I don't know why nobody showed up. I really have no idea. And I was like, okay. So that's kind of easy money. It's stupid, but what should I do? I cannot run after them because I don't even know if someone in this class was there. This is another factor that you have to calculate with. You never know if they are there at all. So that was interesting. And I was like, yeah, well, oops, sorry. When they're not there, this is not on me. This is not on me. I wanted to, so what should I do? And so I think, or I guess that it was like, nobody told them. Nobody told them in case someone was here. Someone was there. And yeah. But okay, I was like, yeah, well, I had to do something else, so I could use this hour for myself, and for preparing some other things, and so I was like, yeah, that went interesting. But good thing is this is not on me, so that wasn't my fault. And funny thing, the teacher, because the class is 2 parts, there are 2 parts in the class because of Corona, we had to split them up again. And the teacher who's having the hours with me, or next to me, he was sitting there like, somebody there with you? And I'm like, no one there. He was like, oh, well, okay, well, we're here then. I was like, yeah, I'm here, I'm ready, but I don't know if someone is coming. So we were just sitting around, and he was working on stuff. I was working on stuff, so it was like an easy hour for us. It's not what I expected to, because I actually want to use this hour to improve the students, the grades of the students. And it was the last chance, because up till yesterday, we could do it. So honestly, it is mean, because some would have loved to improve their grade, but some didn't. But I cannot change that. And this is what I don't like about the school. This is the organization is like a nightmare. Nobody cares. Nobody does anything. And when you say, hey, there's something wrong, or you kind of misplaced me, or I do already have an hour there, I cannot step in for another one, they don't get it. They really don't get it. They want you to kind of have 3 classes at once in 3 classrooms. So alright, doesn't matter. That was just yesterday, so it was a bad day. So, and what we did yesterday too, because my boyfriend and I, we do want to get a house. So we checked out some companies who might build our home, and with the floor plan, and we said, okay, this is pretty good, and we would change a little bit, but at first we want to know if we can change the floor plan, or how much it would be. I mean, if this would cost too much, we would have to look for probably another home that is close to the way that we want to have our rooms. And so we went there, and we were just like driving by. It was a very, very long day yesterday. And we were driving by this person, and he was just standing there smoking. I mean, I'm okay with people smoking, that's their thing. But honestly, I think it is not the smartest decision when you have a potential customer and you smoke. So you smell like an ashtray when you want to, or when you're having an appointment with someone. And just in case if you wonder, right now I'm just stirring my wax, just like I told you, I think, a few times. When I know that my wax is not sticky anymore, I pick up those very, very, very sharp tweezers. I did poke myself, that was really hurtful. I just put in one of those tweezers, stick it in, stir it around, and push it back in, and then it is sticky. There we go. Again. So yeah. And honestly, I work very good because look at that. I will show you my wax. Ta-da! This is the wax that from my first diamond painting and from the dandelion. And I've done the DAC, the Diamond Art Club New York City skyline, the BMW for my boyfriend, the Enchanted Rose, the 60 by 80 forest birch tree thing for my mom, and this thing here. And I am about, I'll show you the picture. I'm here starting with the mirror part. I'm like here. All with this little bit in front. So this is really the first one. So I do have like 5 or 6 spare wax pieces of wax. So that went good. So okay, let me just finish. We went there, so smoking, and you know, it's like a first impression when you think you walk into someone and it smells like a smoking saloon, or I don't know, it smelled pretty bad. So, but I was like, okay, you know what, this is up to him. He is just supposed to build me a nice house. So that's like first impression. And then we went there, and my boyfriend made the appointment. He said in which region we want to build, how much money we would spend, and so on and so on. And then he asked where we do want to build, and I said, well, this in this region. And he was looking at me like, well, I don't build there. And I was looking at my boyfriend like, huh? What? You told him? I mean, I've seen the mails because he actually always puts me in blind copy just to make sure that someone else is seeing the mails. And I was like, yeah, you wrote that. And so that was nice. And in the end, we were sitting with this guy for 2 hours. Just to figure out that there were like 5 big lies. And I was like, wait a minute, when I spend, I don't know, a couple of $100,000 euro, I don't want to be lied to in first place. So I don't want to be lied to. And he was, just for example, he was talking about outlets. And in my current office room, I do have 2 outlets, which is so not enough. It is just not enough. And he was like, yeah, well, for example, in the living room, you do have 14 outlets. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good. I mean, you do need a couple. I mean, you have a TV and a receiver and the cloud system, and my boyfriend has a PlayStation and PlayStation 2 and I don't know, a 4 and a 3 and a V, and then you maybe need a lamp or just stupid things, just simple, not stupid, just normal things that you need in your living room. And then he gave us like the not contract, just like where they show everything that they do, what is included. And then I was reading it and I was like, there are just 8 outlets. And my boyfriend was like, he told us about 10 or 14, sorry, 14. I was like, yes, I know that. But this, then I figured, wow, this is like, this is a mean way. I mean, you do, if you don't read it very, very, very close. You sign it, And then you're like, hey, you told us about 14 outlets, but there are just, I don't know, 8. And those 6 outlets do cost, oh my goodness, how much? I mean, and I'm like, this is a way that I don't want to be a customer. I don't want to be a customer. Because if I know right now, just with the outlets, that there is something wrong, I don't know where else is something wrong. And honestly, we also do want to have a basement. And the basement is, I mean, it does give you space. It does give you more rooms. And my boyfriend did ask this person how much it was to build the basement. And he was like, yeah, well, it depends on if it should be like a room, like with heating, with enough outlets, with a floor or something. Or if it's just supposed to be kind of a naked wall, just to have a room that you usually cannot really live in because it's just too cold. And we said, yeah, well, we do want to have one where we could put our bicycles or our tires or I don't know, just stuff that you do, or a crafting or a repair, you know, those tool things that my boyfriend has. All of those things. We said those things. So we don't need heating and you know, we don't need that. And he was like, yeah, well, oh wait, you know, the not, I call it prepared rooms. They were like 60,000 euro, which is freaking hell a lot of money. They were like 60,000, and the ones where everything is in, like the really usable living in basement rooms, they were about 90,000. And he was like, yeah, well, I always built, I only built the one for 90,000. I was like, well, we do have an email where they told us it is between this and this. It depends on what we do want to have. And then he was like, yeah, well, I only built this one. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess you don't build at all with us. I mean, you cannot lie. You cannot tell us, yeah, this and this, and it depends on, and oh man. So that was a weird day. So the whole day yesterday we were up from, I don't know, 5:30 to get ready to start our days, and we both started working at about 7 a.m. of course, and we came home at 7:30 p.m. It was a freaking whole long day, and I'm so glad that I have my day off today, because I was like, I cannot, I just want to go to bed straight ahead and like, okay, come on, I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to have dinner, I just want to sleep. It was long. It was so long, and in the end it was pretty disappointing because there were so many things said via email that wasn't true in the end. So we are looking for another company who wants to book with us. It's like, hey, who wants to have our money? And I don't know, I just hope for a company that is honest and not telling us, yeah, this is, you can do this and this, and in the end it's like, no, we can't. So I'm just saying bye-bye, because I think either way the battery is going to die or something else. I think that was a nicer video than the last one. I know I did really rant a lot, but I was just so mad. So I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for that. I just had a very bad day. Today is better, but a little stressed out. So, see you guys. Next time I will just keep on going and maybe make a new video. So, bye guys!